checking 1 2 1 2.
Can you smell it in the air? Can you smell it in the air? It's football time. Week 2 of action on the gridiron, and we're back for another season of High School Sports Final. We have a new host, but the same old great plays that you love. We'll dip in on the Pigskin Classic, plus some national exposure for 2 of our area's top teams, and our game of the night could be a title game preview as the temperatures dip and we start to see a change in the leaves. Count on us to bring you the highlights. It's High School Sports Final, and it's next.
Watching High School Sports Final on News Channel 8.
From News Channel 8, this is High School Sports Final.
What a way to start the season. The first Pigskin Classic at Bird Stadium. Wilson and Duval, the Tigers with the ball as Caleb John gets the handoff and turns the corner for a nice gain. A little bit later, Duval still on the move as quarterback Antoine Brooks calls his own number as he rushes up the middle, moving the ball right up the field. But Duval couldn't punch it in, and they settle for a field goal to get on the board. A little bit later, now it's Wilson's turn. The ball, quarterback Steve Williams completes a bubble screen to Navon Prince as he heads up the field for a nice game. He's got those legs moving. Later, Wilson still with the ball as Williams drops back to pass it over and he overthrows his intended receiver there, picked off by Duval's Antoine Brooks. He's moving. He gives his team great field position with the return. Not such a good play for Wilson, but a good day as Wilson wins the battle of the Tigers. Final score 28-16. More from the Pigskin Classic, this time from Eastern High School. Bell taking on Murray. Bell was in control from the very beginning as Hunter Eccles snags a pass and makes his way down the field inside the red zone. Bell's defense made it tough for Murray as they stuffed the run right here. They're going to play some good D. There it is, Bell. A little bit later with the ball as Charles Brooks gets the handoff and almost loses his balance as he heads up the middle and shrugs off a defender before heading into the end zone. Bell goes on to beat Murray 34-8. We're back for another season of High School Sports Final, and thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Monica McNutt. And let's not waste any time. Big time action under the lights on a national stage. Our athlete of the week took to prime time and made it his own. But first, let's turn to Montgomery County. The county could be wide open with the departure of Quince Orchard coach Dave McClain. Seneca Valley possibly one of those teams that could be right there come playoff time. Or maybe it's quarterback Chuck Reese and the Rockville Rams. Let's take a look and head to Gaithersburg and see what happened this Friday night. Seneca Valley hosting Rockville. The Screaming Eagles were definitely fired up early, but that would soon change. Chuck Reese fakes the handoff, rolls left, trying to find someone, throws a dart over the middle to Louisan Biama. Nobody can get him down. He breaks several tackles and takes it in for the touchdown. It's a big momentum grabber for the Rams early on. Later in the game, Reese lofts one to Spencer Brigman. Check out that effort as he dives on the pylon. That's another Rockville touchdown. After that, folks, it was all Seneca Valley. They woke up and scored 36 unanswered points and win 36-14. A beautiful sunset in this one. We love that Friday dusk look. Really exciting. 5 minutes left in the second with Whitman on their own 22. The quarterback throws an interception. It will get returned for a touchdown. That's Griffin Miller of Quince Orchard. Nicely done. What a play. A little bit later, it's going to be 1st and 10. Whitman with the ball on their own 30. Knights not going their way. It's a fumble here, but they get lucky and recover this one with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Quince Orchard on Whitman's 13-yard line. Quarterback Carson Knight with a pitch out to Marvin Beander for the score. That makes the final 45-14. This is always a great scene, that entrance onto the football field, and Hayfield is definitely doing it right, getting amped for Westfield. All right, check this out. First drive of the game, Hayfield, and Hayfield's Isaac Sheldon on that quick slant to Frank Panel, who takes it to the house. 65-yard touchdown. The tandem had 4 touchdowns on the night. All right, Evan Gray keeping Westfield in this game, taking this handoff for 20 yards of his own. Then Mason Scoville finishes the drive right here to score. Westfield wins this one 45-33. All right, now you'll see some area teams in under the big lights of prime time. They'll be on national TV, right? But rarely do you see a matchup between 2 schools from our area on the big 4-letter network. Centerville coming off their state title last season, entering the season as a top-ranked team in the area, hosting Gonzaga, a team with a decent football pedigree. Of course, they have the grandson of former Redskins head coach Richie Pettibon. Gonzaga looking to spoil Centerville's season opener. And the Eagles, they were flying high, especially senior running back Reggie Corbin. Here, Corbin pounds it in for the touchdown. The Gonzaga fans always travel well. They're in TV hype mode. Check them out, all that white and blue. All right, later, Nick Johns here. He also had a great and efficient game. He's going to find Corbin on the wheel route. There it is. We'll get to Corbin in a minute. Centerville loses their opener 31-14. Could they bounce back this week against West Potomac? Time now for our Italy Athlete of the Week. Back to that Centerville and Gonzaga matchup, and the player that definitely shined bright under the lights. Senior running back Reggie Corbin had 14 carries, that is, for 211 yards, and he was big on the passing game with 3 catches for 69 yards. Head coach Randy Thrivers said Corbin made the plays at some critical moments as his performance served to shift the momentum in favor on multiple occasions. A big game for a big back, and a congrats to Corbin as he is our first Italy Athlete of the Week. All right, we're just getting started here on High School Sports Final. Don't forget to tweet those final scores. Use the hashtag HSSF. Up next, our game of the night. It could be a preview of the DC State title game. We'll check in with Friendship Collegiate and Wilson. Plus, we'll feature the Stonewall Jackson football team as they look to replace one of the area's top players that they lost last season. And don't forget, for the latest scores and highlights of featured games, you can log on to hssportsfinal.com. social media has been adding fuel to the fire for one of the Friday night affairs. Friendship Collegiate and Wilson High School tonight at Catholic University. The two teams last met 7 years ago, before Friendship became a regional power and before Wilson knew much about the playoffs. Both teams have stars, but as Friendship coach Mike Hunter pointed out, tonight's matchup is about who handles the moment better. So who would it be? And that gets us to our game of the night, a pivotal matchup between Friendship and Wilson. All right, here we go. Wilson quarterback Steve Williams, right off the back to Jawan Hakeem in the end zone for 6. Yeah, they would score pretty early. All right, Friendship punter here kicks off to Wilson. The punt returner, though, is hit, or the ball's fumbled. It flies out. It's recovered by Friendship's number 6, Devin Smith. All right, down the field, Friendship goes. Red zone, quarterback sneak, Daquan Hawkins. He breaks the plane, and they would score. All that excitement. You love that energy, right? Good stuff. Friendship kicks off this time. The ball is going to land with Abdul Adams, and he is on the move. Jukebox. Oh, shucks. He breaks the tackle, and he is gone. Wilson is still down 2 touchdowns, though, in the 3rd quarter. Go, boy, go. Look at him. Somebody's mom was like, that's my baby. All right, coming up, here's the money. Big pass. Friendship quarterback Daquan Hawkins throws the long ball. It's going to land with Roman Sheffy showing some acrobatics, gymnastics with the tumble and the catch. Friendship holds on to take this one 52-44 for the victory. Lake Braddock and Robinson. This was a close one throughout. Check out the great pick by DeMarcus Birdsong of the Rams. Just go up high and take that, why don't you? Robinson's defense was swarming all game. Patrick Robinson, perfect last name, sacks Kyle Edwards. Ooh, got me good. Then the Rams do what they do best, run the football. They use their misdirection to perfection, controlling the clock, eating up yards. They wore down Lake Braddock's front line. Eventually, Juwan Lee leaps over for the game-winning touchdown. Robinson wins 19-17. All right, Frederick and Douglas, or Frederick Douglas, that is, one school hosting Blue. All right, Eagles running all over the Knights. McHale runs right, turns the corner. He's moving. He's gone, folks. That's a touchdown for Douglas. Then it was Akiva Wedge's turn. He's going to break 4 tackles and stay on his feet. He takes it to the house. Another Eagles touchdown. They led 14-0 at the half. Later in the game, Denzel Good takes the pitch. He was definitely good. Runs left for the score. Douglas dominates Ballou 44-0. There's plenty of teams to watch this season and tons of different reasons why you should watch them. This week on High School Sports Final, we caught up with the fellas at Stonewall Jackson. Early in the season, new head coach, sort of, big-time senior prospect, and Tim Settle. What's driving them in 2014? The Stonewall Jackson Raiders want you to know something.
That we're not going to suck because we're going to show them left.
The Raiders earned the Cedar Run District title in 2012 and made a 6A playoff run last year, but they lost some notable talent to college programs. And still, they want you to know something else.
So we have so much talent on this team this year. Like, people will keep doubting us, and we keep shocking everyone. So.
Coach Dale Robinson is leading the way this year, moving to head coach from defensive coordinator.
I've coached all of these guys, so I have to remind them that it is a new day every now and then. We're doing things a little bit different. We don't do some things that we did before, and we're doing new things.
It wasn't a really big transition. It was just different with him and the scouts and then schools coming in, but it's pretty much the same.
This is a familiar group with trust and focus.
I trust the linebackers and the DBs. You know, I just give them 110 every play.
We just talk to everybody, say in their book, so there won't be no eligibility problems, and then we come back on the field as business.
And they're propelled by their experience.
The expectations are high. I came in with the goal of, hey, look, we're going to make it to the playoffs again this year. We've done it for the last 2 years. I see no reason why we can't continue that process.
All right, that's the Stonewall Jackson Raiders. More to come on High School Sports Final, including our play of the week. And you have the chance to show us who has the most energetic and spirited high school. Log on to WJLA.com/spirit and tell us why your school is the best. Welcome back to High School Sports Final. Tonight, the community delivered in a big way for a family when they needed it most. You may remember Jawan Espen. He has cerebral palsy, and his family desperately needs a wheelchair-accessible van to improve his quality of life. Well, we have some good news to share. Richard Reeve has the story.
How many? Just one?
Yes,
okay,
please.
$5.
Thank you so much.
Friday night football is a very big deal at Centerville High School. And in the midst of it all,
He raises a lot of spirit for the school, and he is hope for everyone.
is 17-year-old Jawan Espen,
It leaves you speechless of how much they love Jawan.
who has enough courage and spirit to fill a stadium.
Jawan is family. He's a member of our football team. He's #1.
Jawan has cerebral palsy. Confined to a wheelchair, he doesn't speak.
He wants to be just like everybody else, and he's literally probably the happiest person I know.
Yet with that smile, he is the honorary captain of the football team at every game.
He really just brings the school together. It's nice to see him be happy and stuff after all the things he's gone through.
His schoolmates, his community, wanted to give back.
He needs this, we need him, and this is our thank you for him for being such a great role model to us all.
So through crowdfunding, with the help of Paisano's Pizza and the community, $26,000 was raised to buy the special equipped van.
So it's going to be a life-changing experience for him now.
Redskins wide receiver Pierre Garçon drove the van in that will allow Jawan to travel in comfort and style.
I've already planned out going to the zoo, going bowling.
We can take him to the doctor's appointments more comfortably. He can attend away games while I'm at work.
A van, a gift of freedom, a symbol of love.
We're very truly grateful, and we're blessed.
Gotta love that. Great job, folks. All right, that was Richard Reeve reporting, and now we move back to football. MJ Stewart and DeAndre Payne, two names that meant a lot to Yorktown and H.D. Woodson football, respectively. Two players that are now gone and off to college. Now their programs must fill major voids. It's football, right? So it's next man up. Well, in the cases of these schools, it's next few men up as they look to fill the voids left by those guys by committee. Yorktown and H.D. Woodson clash tonight. Who managed to fill the void the best? Woodson taking a trip to VA to take on Yorktown. Rashad Cooper to #6, one of his receivers. Good job. Nicely done. That's a touchdown. A little bit later, we're going to get Cooper again. This time, he nearly loses the snap, but he gains his composure. He makes it around the end, down the sideline, and he's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. Jazz, you got to appreciate that, right? Mistake recovery. All right, Joe McBride, the pass to Charlie Team. That's a touchdown, but Yorktown would lose this one, 34-21. Woodson wins. Chantilly now hosting Madison. They're real loud and live. This is a low-scoring game. Madison's only points came in the first quarter. They got off to a fast start thanks to this kickoff return by Nate Williams. He's going to take it deep into Chargers territory. When the drive stalls, Matthew Bacigalupo boots a field goal, giving the Warhawks a 3-0 lead. But the Chargers used a ball control running attack, keeping the game close. In the end, Chantilly improves to 2-0 with the 7-3 win. Still more as we wrap up this edition of High School Sports Final. Our plays of the week. It might be tough to choose from these plays. You get a chance to help us decide. Every week, we'll take a look at some of the best plays that we've seen over the week. You can log on to our Facebook page to vote for your favorite. Here's 3 of the best from this week. Rockville and Seneca Valley Rams quarterback Chuck Reese fakes the handoff and he rolls left. Trying to find someone, throws a dart over the middle to Louisan Biama. Nobody can get him down. He breaks several tackles and takes it in for the touchdown, but the Rams would lose this one. Wilson and Friendship Collegiate. Abdul Adams was just a flat-out monster. He was all over the field, and when he took this kickoff and returned it for 95 yards, the comeback was on. But Wilson just fell short, losing to the Knights. First drive of the game for Hayfield, and Hayfield's Isaac Sheldon on that quick slant to Frank Panel, who takes it to the house 65 yards for the touchdown. The tandem had 4 touchdowns on the night. McClain and Marshall. This was another back and forth. Check out the Highlanders QB. He turns on the Jets for a long run. Hold on, I'm a little bit ahead of myself. Here we go. All right. He's going to turn on the Jets for a long run. There it is. Setting up McClain for the score. That's a touchdown, folks. Marshall's defense would clamp down, though. Joshua Hurlbert comes up with a huge interception. That would lead to a Marshall score on the other end. All right, guess who? It's Hurlbert scoring on the defensive end, but McClain would dig deep and come back to win this one 21-20. What a thriller. How about Coolidge and McKinley? These 2 teams were on a collision course with some serious hits. Ooh, bang, ow. See, that's why I wouldn't let my son play football. But anyway, the highlight of the game, though, this pick 6 by Coolidge. Zach Deeney didn't know what hit him. Touchdown, Colts. These kids are just moving. That's impressive. All right, McKinley Tech showed they had some good hands as well. The tip and the interception. Good game in Northeast. Coolidge would take this one by a comfortable margin. Over to Dunbar High School, where they match up against Phelps. Handoff to Dunbar's Monty Smith. He squirts out of the bunch and takes it downfield for the touchdown. A little bit later, Alston hands off to Harvey, who was met in the backfield by Phelps. He's excited about that one, as he should be. Alston again decides to call his own number, runs to the outside, has a nice block in front of him to get him in for 6, bringing Dunbar up to 2 touchdown lead. Dunbar would take this one 28-19. And that's all for this edition of High School Sports Final. Don't forget, you can catch every single highlight and story that you saw tonight on our webpage, highschoolsportsfinal.com. That's hssportsfinal.com. Plus updates on games during the week. And like us on Facebook and vote for your Player of the Week. For all the cast and crew behind the scenes, bring you highlights of the games, I'm Monica Clegnet. We'll see you again next week.